your feet like a rhino. Alright, sounds good and it looks good. I can see you on my hidden camera upstairs. Smile. Well, welcome, bienvenidos, bienvenidos to the world-famous San Diego Zoo. My name is Jessica and I'll be your bus driver and tour guide for the next 35 to 40 minutes. On this tour, we'll be seeing about 75% of the zoo, so it's a good time to take out your mask and follow along. I'm sure a lot of you came here today to see our wonderful animals, and we will be seeing some. I'm also going to let you know how we are more than just a zoo. You'll find that we're a botanical garden, a breeding facility for endangered species, a wildlife sanctuary, and an institute for conservation research. Take a look on the right. That road is called Easy Street. It'll take you to our gorillas and orangutans. Also, we're passing our Caribbean flamingos, where we have our monkey trails behind there. Straight ahead, we have our children's zoo, where we have our petting zoo located, as well as our safari aerial tramp, and our reptile mesa, where we have Galapagos tortoises, Komodo dragons, and you might even get to see our two-headed snake. Also up on the left, we have Way Before School, where we have our sea lion show at 11:30 and 3 o'clock. As we come down this hill, I do want to go over some safety rules. I ask that you keep your arms, legs, and your children inside the bus at all times. We will be coming close to other vehicles and plant life. If you feel the need to stand up to get a better view, go ahead and do so. Just hold on to the railing beside you. And please do not sit or stand on the back of your seat. We are driving alongside Tiger Trail, where we have animals from Southeast Asia, such as our tapirs, our Tempo pythons, and our Malayan tigers. I'm going to do a quick peek on the right, see if the Malayan tigers are out. No, it looks like they're on the other side right now. It's a very large enclosure, so when you come back, there are plenty of viewing sites for you to see our Malayan tigers. There are 4 of them, 3 females and 1 male. There are 6 species of tigers. They're all endangered. There's only about 500 Malayan tigers left in the wild, but they are part of our breeding program, where we have had 3 successful births in the last 2 years. On the right, we have this pool that holds over 150,000 gallons of water, and it's home to our 2 river hippos, Punani and Otis. They spend a lot of time in the water because they are sensitive to the sun, but they secrete a red oil from their skin that helps protect them like sunblock. In order to see the hippos, you gotta look down below under the water.
It's okay.
There are 2 types of hippos, pygmy hippos and river hippos. We have both here at the San Diego Zoo. On the right, we have a multi-species habitat, where we have Allen-swamp monkeys and spotted-necked otters. Take a look under the hut or under the branches, and you'll get a glimpse of our Allen-swamp monkeys. A lot of our monkeys here are from the Bush Meat Trade Market, which means that they were being sold illegally as pets and food. But luckily for them and for us, they were brought here, provided sanctuary, where they are able to raise their families in the safety of the zoo while we find ways to help their relatives survive in the wild. We're going to be turning left, but the road on the right takes you to the giant panda. Let's open until 8:30 tonight. Make sure to check them out. We don't drive by them because our bus is a little too loud for the giant panda. On the left, we have our Caribbean flamingos and lesser flamingos, which are lighter in color and smaller in size. They're all part of our African marsh exhibit. Back in the 90s, our flamingos were having some trouble reproducing. They weren't really reproducing much. So SeaWorld sent a couple of theirs here to teach ours a thing or 2 about mating. And what do you know, the next spring we had hundreds of eggs hatch, and we haven't had a problem since. High up on the right, we have the birds of prey, where we have our harpy eagles. On the left is express stop number 2. See this red sign? We have 5 of them around the zoo, 5 stops. If you have a stamp in your hand, or if you have a one-day pass, you have unlimited access to the express buses that come around and pick you up, drop you off to any of the 5 stops, and I'll be pointing them all out to you throughout our tour. Take a look around, you'll notice that we have plants and flowers from all over the world. We're one of the largest botanical gardens in the United States. A lot of our plant life and animal life here at the zoo are endangered, which is a legal status for plants and animals that we think will disappear or become extinct in the near future unless we help them survive. We do a lot of our conservation research here at the park, and also at our sister park, the Wild Animal Park. That can be reached by going and taking the freeway on the left, Route 153, 30 miles north. The Wild Animal Park is about 20 times the size of the zoo. It has a very different feel. It's more of a safari. Definitely worth checking out. Take a peek on the right. This is an example of an endangered species, the gray zebra. They have excellent sense of hearing and smell. They can run up to 35 miles per hour, and they're identified by their unique set of stripes. As we come up the polar rim, we're passing polar bear plunge on the left, which is very popular and just renovated a couple months ago to give us a clear picture of how polar bear population has been affected by climate change and ice loss. Oh, and what do you know? We have 2 out of 3 of our polar bears out in view.
Take a picture of the polar bear.
It's okay. If you
A
want.
lot of people think that they have white hair, but actually they have clear tube-like follicles that allow their surroundings to really enhance that color, so they look whiter in the Arctic. They have black skin, which helps absorb the heat in the cold winter. The water here is kept at chilling 55 degrees. Does anybody know what their favorite food is in the wild? Not fish.
People.
Not people. All right, I'll tell you, it's seals. They have such a good sense of smell that they can smell a seal miles away on land. When they're babies and they're born, they're the size of about a rat, but they grow very quickly because their mother's milk contains over 35% fat. We're passing a couple of gazelles and calabash here. They're found only in the Philippines besides the San Diego Zoo. Their neighbors of southern Canada are very special. They have a special talent of standing on their hind legs against a tree to get high into those leaves that they really prefer. And in the corner are chacal and peccaries. These pigs are from South America, from places such as Paraguay. They were thought to have been extinct, however, they were rediscovered in the early 70s. About 3,000 of them remain in the wild today. A great way to see the zoo is by taking the Sky Safari aerial tram on the left. You get an aerial view of the San Diego Zoo and Balboa Park. If you are a member or you have a one-day pass, you have unlimited access all night long until 9 o'clock tonight.
Daddy, I just saw Carly standing. I just saw Carly standing.
Okay.
Resting under the tree on the right, we have a couple of Szechuan tacos. They're what we call an umbrella species because they're found in the same part of China as the giant pandas. And they are protected under the same umbrella of strict laws that protect the pandas, so they're very lucky for that. Take a close look at their faces. They have large nasal cavities to help warm up the air they breathe before it reaches their lungs, which is important in the cold weather. We're passing another express stop on the left, express stop number 3, closest stop to the polar bears, the sky-faring aerial tram, as well as one of my favorite exhibits, Elephant Odyssey. Elephant Odyssey takes you back 12,000 years into the Pleistocene period, where you can see life-size replicas of animals that were found here in Southern California back then, and compare them to their modern-day counterparts. For example, on the right underneath the tree, we have a couple of African lions. These beauties are brought to us from the Wild Animal Park. And if you think they're large, that's nothing. The American lion that was found here over 12,000 years ago was about 25% larger than these African lions. Okay, if everyone stays nice and quiet, take a look on the right in the corner. We have our female jaguar. Her name is Nindiri. Take a look at her beautiful coat. Later on in the tour, we might get to see our male jaguar, which looks very different than this one. They are excellent swimmers. That's why we have this large pool for Nindiri. Once in a while, they shoot out fish, and you get to see her go fishing. Alright, let's see how your Spanish accents are. This next animal is the guanaco. Can you folks say guanaco?
Guanaco.
Nice job. They're from South America. Related to the llama is domesticated, the guanaco is not. Take a close look at their faces. What do you think they do when they feel angry or threatened? You got it. They spit. But I should let you know, they don't just spit, they spit regurgitated food. Yeah, no saliva, just throw up. This building in the corner is our Elephant Care Center. It's a fantastic facility that was built with an open floor plan so that your guests can see what's going on with the elephants at all times of the day. You might get to see them being trained, being seen by one of their 24-hour vets, or even getting a pedicure. The keepers do a great job of letting you know what's going on. Feel free to ask them questions. Lying on the ground closest to the bus in the center, we have a secretary bird. Take a look at his beautiful white feathers. He has nice long legs to help him run around the ground during the day looking for mice and for snakes. And at the end of the night, he spends time up in the nest on the tree. And I know we saw some elephants, but don't worry, we have some up ahead, because we actually have 9 elephants here. We have Timbo, Schmitty, Debbie, Mary, Cookie, Cha-Cha, our male Ranchapur, and Jewel and Tina. So we have plenty of elephants for you to see as you roam around Elephant Odyssey. Here we have a great view of 2 of our elephants, Jewel and Tina. Anybody know the difference between an African and Asian elephant? It's their ears. as these, have smaller ears. African elephants have larger ears. When you see them flapping their ears back and forth, it's a way to keep cool. Another way to keep cool is by putting water on their backs or dirt, which also works like sunblock. Though their skin looks rough and tough, they're very sensitive. They can actually sense a fly landing on their back. Look under the utilitries. There are bins and there are nets full of food. The keepers pull up the food. The animals have to find out how to get the food out, whether it's by pulling a string, solving a puzzle, and that keeps them stimulated like they would be in the wild, showing natural behavior. We train all of our animals using positive reinforcement, which means that when they show us a positive behavior, desired behavior, we reward them by giving them their favorite snack or maybe a preferred activity that they enjoy.
Right now. Right now.
Other animals that you might get to see when you walk around Elephant Odyssey are 2 dromedary camels or 1-hump camels, our llamas, and we even have a Mustang horse. We turn the corner, we have a great view of our 5 California condors. California condors are vultures. That means that they eat large dead carcasses of cattle and deer. The one with the red head on the boulder is our mature male. The others are the juveniles. Believe it or not, back in the 80s, there were only about 23 of them left in the wild. So the San Diego Zoo Institute for Conservation Research and some other zoos got together, started a captive breeding program where we bred these California condors, and we are very happy to say now that we have released over 150 back into the wild. And we will continue our efforts until the numbers are high enough to get them off the endangered list. We're passing another express stop on the right, express stop number 4. We also have our Mustang on the left, so let's keep nice and quiet. During the year, I am a school teacher. I teach 8th grade, children with special needs. I do hearing with Mesa. During the summer, I work at the zoo. And I love to incorporate pop quizzes like most teachers love. So if you know the answer to this pop quiz, go ahead and yell it out. Think about the movie The Lion King. What kind of animal was Timon? If you said meerkat, you just got an A+. Take a look in the back, see if you can find some meerkats.
They're hiding wildcats.
Meerkats are a type of mongoose from Southwest Africa. They travel in groups. What do you think their favorite food is?
Scorpions.
Oh, you had naughty answers today. Yes, it is a scorpion. Oh, not before. Pretend you don't know. On the left, we have the tallest grass in the world. What is it called? And who eats the most bamboo? Pandas. This is all part of our browse program. We feed our bamboo to our pandas. We also feed the fruit and vegetables that we grow here to our other animals. On the right, we have the African kopi, which is a replica of a volcanic rock that we have in Africa that jumps up to 500 feet. During the rainy season, it captures moisture, which attracts a lot of animal and plant life. All the way on the branch in the center, we have our bachelor eagle. Bachelor in French means acrobat, and they got this name because the way they float in the air makes it look like they're balancing on a tightrope. Notice their special features, their red beaks and their red claws. The following animals here are nocturnal, which means that they spend a lot of time resting during the day and become more active at night. Such as our New Guinea Sea dog in the back. Kind of looks like dogs that you might see at home, but they are the last of the wild dogs. And they're called singing dogs because they do not howl, they sing. And if you're wondering what that sounds like, think about the sound that a whale makes. Sleeping in the back, we have our striped hyenas. They're powerful dogs who class down with a power of 800 to 1,000 pounds per square inch. They're called the great recyclers because when they eat everything. Bones, horns, hooves, skulls, you name it, they eat it. Oh, speaking of eating, there we have their cousins, the spotted hyenas, eating their lunch in the cave. These spotted hyenas are called laughing hyenas because they laugh or giggle when they feel nervous or threatened.
Kind of giving themselves away, don't they?
We're also passing a couple of rock wallabies on the right from Australia. One of China's national treasures, the Chinese grouse. They're excellent rock climbers, and they can jump onto a rock the size of a $50. The enclosures in the right are the oldest at the zoo, built in the 1920s. In the first one, we have a couple of Santi monkeys. We have a Quantimundi from Latin America, a Fusa from Madagascar, and a couple of bat-eared foxes. Right now it's about 1:30. The bird show is starting, Take Flight and Avian Adventure, but we also have a 5 o'clock and an 8 o'clock show called Soar. I do suggest you show about 10 minutes early to get good seating. On the right we have our hornbill birds. Some of them have a funny looking thing on their beak called a cap. And what we think that does is help amplify the sound they make in the wild so that it's nice and loud. They are monogamous, which means that once they find their partner, they are set for life. A bunch of romantic. We're passing another express stop on the right, express stop number 5. We also have Canyon Cafe here, where we serve Asian cuisine. The moving walkway in front of us takes you back to the gorillas and orangutans. The road on the right takes you to our giant pandas. And let me see what the line looks like right now. Yeah, pretty long. So, what I would do if I were you is wait a couple hours before that so that could die down. This is probably the worst time to go. It's after lunch. Everyone wants to go see the pandas. So I would wait maybe 2 hours to go head out and see the pandas yourself. On the right, we have Owen's Aviary for you bird lovers. We have different types of bird representing 35 different species. They have over 200 birds. Great place to go hang out with your family. They have many waterfalls and benches for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere. For you children or adults, on the left we have our Joey Jumpers, where you can feel what it's like to be a kangaroo or a monkey. We're now going up Center Street, which is the center of the zoo. And I want to see if we can find some bears. And here we go, bear number 1. The sloth bear. Sloth bears Asia, places such as Indonesia and Sri Lanka. Notice they have really sharp claws. They are arboreal, which means that they climb trees. They're the only bears that can carry their young on their back. A really cool fact about the sloth bear is that when they eat, they make a very loud sucking sound that they can hear over, or that we can hear over a football field away. And there should be another sloth bear next door as well. In the back, sleeping soundly, we have our Manchurian brown bear. Weighs over 700 pounds. Make sure to come back and visit him after he takes his nap.
She just dropped something overboard.
I'm sorry, I can't stop to pick up things. I'll call someone and let them radio it.
It's a camera case.
We're also passing another lion. This is a tranquil lion from South Africa. And on the left we have our last bear, the spectacle bear. From South America, found in places such as Venezuela down to Bolivia. They are tree climbers, arboreal. They're called spectacle bears because the white rings around their eyes make it look like they're wearing glasses or spectacles. Unfortunately, they are endangered because they come from the rainforest, like a lot of animals. And the rainforest is being destroyed at a very rapid rate. But there are things that we can do to help these bears and other animals and plant life. For example, if you drink coffee, you can buy shade-grown organic coffee. The coffee is grown under the canopy of the trees instead of having to destroy the rainforest. Another thing that we can do that's very easy to do at home, at work, or even at school is recycling. And if you ever wondered what happens to your recyclables, take a look on the right. Those benches are made of recyclable milk bottles called Durawood. If you haven't already noticed, it's very important for us to be good stewards to our community. And if you get a chance to go to one of our restaurants, you'll find that all of our cutlery is made out of biodegradable materials such as cornstarch and potato starch. It decomposes quickly and enriches the soil versus plastic that does not decompose. On the left we have Sydney's Hangout and Sydney's Grill.
Leche, rebozado y aprenden a comer solitos. ¿Qué comen? Hojas de eucalipto. Y tenemos la colección más grande
That looks good. Anyone else? That's what I do. Look at that. That's what I do right now. At least two. Turn around.
We're turning left into Urban Jungle. The road on the right takes you to the kangaroos and to the camels.
Por eso lo ponen cerca así. Sí, para que no toman mucho la gente. Sí,
And first up on our left, we have our Maasai giraffe from southern Kenya and Tanzania. The tallest one in the center is our male. His name is Silver. He's about 17 feet tall. Our females average about 14 feet. And as you can see, we have a little baby in the center. His name is Baby Chifu. He weighs about 450 pounds, but he will get large like his daddy. Really cool thing about the giraffes is that when they go into labor, they do it right here in front of the public, so that you get to see the baby have a 6-foot drop from the mother to the ground. That bump allows them to catch their first breath of air, and they're usually walking within an hour or so. Giraffes are known for their long neck, but they have 7 vertebrae just like you and I, but they're much larger. Their tongues are anywhere from 15 to 18 inches long. If we were to sit here long enough, we might get to see them pick their noses with their tongues. Ew. The following animals on the left will all be animal ambassadors who help educate the public about our programs. And the first one, we have a miniature donkey named Sophia, named after Sophia Loren. Next to her, we have a couple of red kangaroos and Caribbean flamencos. Those are all part of our backstage pass show. And you can sign up for that by going to tour and booking station at the entrance of the zoo. People who take part in the backstage pass also get to feed our brother rhinos. They are Indian rhinos. They are endangered because they are hunted for their horn. You see, people around the world think that that horn has medicinal properties, but really it's made of the same material as our fingernails. We're passing another express stop on the right, express stop number 1. If you're planning on going to visit the pandas, that would be the quickest way to get to the pandas by taking this express bus. If you want to go back and see the cats, this little trail on the left, Kiwi Trail, will get you there in about 7 minutes or so. Last but not least is our koala coming up on the left. And notice I don't say koala bear because they are not bears, they are marsupials. They carry their young in a pouch just like kangaroos. An easy koala to see is all the way